It's well known that Void Interactive, the creators of Ready or Not, are weaving a gripping narrative that delves deep into the heart of law enforcement's most challenging situations. Every corner of every map tells a story, and when it comes to the newly released mission Narcos, it's no different. Narcos leaves a trail of breadcrumbs informing us on what is happening at 25 Hope Street. And this is where it all begins, the home of Agent Mike Esperanza, alias Alejandro. Mike slipped seamlessly into the Los Locos gang, after feeding them information that was given to him by his handler. More on that in a moment. As we enter Mike's home, we see a TV still playing the news urging citizens of Los Sueños to stay home and lock the doors due to Hurricane Antonio, as well as the recent home invasions that have been happening.
To remain inside their homes and off the streets in and around the area of Hope Street and 213 Park.
To the left of the TV, we see a bloodied wall with a dining room chair as well as torture tools such as a car battery and pliers amongst other things. Back across the other side of the room, we find a pig's head on the couch, which is linked to the spray painted writing on the wall above it. I'm not going to read what it says because I know I'm going to butcher it, but when translated into English, it reads, "Here the pigs are skinned." Heading into the bedroom, we find a door kicked off of its hinges, and inside we find a tape deck, which is when we start to get a rough idea as to why Mike's house has been trashed and what led to his torture.
These guys are smart. The dealership is legit. They buy and sell cars and they do it well. But the real business goes down at night. They're running weapons. They've got these 3 Vietnamese brothers, the Trans, modifying weapons for them. That happens off-site, I don't know where. But they mod them up, and then the weapons are loaded up onto the trucks and sent to the port. Everything moves through the port. I don't know the dock number yet, but I'm working on it. If you want to catch them in the act, then that's your best bet. The deals go down late, around midnight.
Mike talks about the car dealership being legit, which is in reference to the level dealer. However, he also mentions the Vietnamese brothers from the level Ends of the Earth and tells his handler they are modifying weapons for the Los Locos gang. Heading back out the door and into the kitchen, we can see a blood trail. Heading outside, which is clear that Mike's condition was fatal when he decided to flee. As I said, Mike is in critical condition, and heading through the backyards, we come across another home, and inside we find a dog lying there on the ground, dead. It's clear that Mike ran through the house and was most likely bitten by the dog, and somehow, somewhere, the dog ends up dead. By this point, we're closing in on Mike, and in the distance you can hear him pleading for help. In some of the surrounding buildings, there are drugs, patches of blood, and we know that the Los Locos gang are armed to the teeth with fully automatic weapons, with some even sporting drum mags and sights. Seeing these things in close proximity to Mike's house and knowing he lived there under the alias Alejandro gives you a good idea of how deep his cover went, and almost makes you understand why we find him in the condition he's in. We know Los Locos are a serious danger not to be messed with. We saw that from the mess left in Mike's house, and for me, when playing through this level for the first time, it only had me wondering about the state that we were going to find Mike Esperanza in.
Moving in. Open it on the right.
As we get to the back of the map, to the last backyards of the houses, we spot a house with a red door, and this is where Mike is hiding from his torturers. However, whilst gathering footage to make this video, I found Mike in a completely different spot, surprisingly. It seems he can be found in different locations on the level. Upon the SWAT team finding him, we see him covered in cuts from head to toe, caused by his torturers. We also see him holding his face, leading some to believe he had his eye gouged out. We let TOC know we found Mike, and so Narcos ends. and it's another great showcase of Void Interactive's talent to tell a story just by leaving tidbits of information for the player to piece together. Thanks for watching. If you'd like to see more stuff like this, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you on the next one.